"You don't belong in my store!" The manager's voice slices through the glittering Chicago jewelry store, her sneer pinning Jennifer Roberts, a black woman in simple jeans, as unworthy. Unbeknownst to her, Jennifer is the CEO who built this $250 million empire. Humiliated before elite patrons, she stands firm, her copper pendant gleaming with resolve. In just 10 minutes, her truth will shatter prejudice, flipping the script on injustice. Will you stay to see this empire strike back? Witness a reckoning that'll spark your soul and demand justice. The morning sun bathes Chicago's magnificent mile in a golden glow, its towering buildings a testament to ambition. Yet, amid the gleam of wealth, a modest 2008 Honda Civic hums into the parking lot of Radiant Jewels' flagship store. This is no ordinary vehicle. It carries Jennifer Roberts, a 40-year-old visionary. The black woman who forged a $250 million jewelry empire across 12 states. 50 stores bear her name, each a beacon of beauty and belonging. Inside the store, crystal chandeliers cast prisms over marble floors, where sapphires and diamonds whisper tales of elegance. Jennifer steps out, her copper pendant a gift from her late mother resting against her heart. It's a heartbeat of home, a reminder of her roots in a humble Chicago neighborhood, where dreams were scarce but determination boundless. "This is my sanctuary," she murmurs, her voice soft yet resolute. Her simple jeans and blouse contrast the opulence, a deliberate choice. For Jennifer, true wealth lies not in adornments but in character. Each dawn, Jennifer rises at 4:30, her spirit alight with purpose. She built Radiant Jewel not merely for profit, but to craft a haven where every soul feels valued. Her surprise visits, like this one, ensure her vision endures. "Excellence in every detail," she whispers, stepping through the glass doors. The air hums with jazz notes, a nod to Chicago's soulful heritage. Display cases gleam, showcasing the Starlight Serenity collection her pride. Yet, her discerning eye catches flaws. A case slightly askew, its diamonds dimmed by poor lighting. Small missteps mar greatness, she notes, her pendant glinting as she moves. These imperfections are not mere oversights. They are cracks in her dream of perfection. Jennifer's journey from a single storefront to an empire was no gentle ascent. It was a climb over mountains of doubt, her mother's pendant her compass through storms of struggle. "You'll shine, my girl," her mother once said, her words etched in Jennifer's soul. In the store, staff bustle, their polished smiles greeting early patrons. Jennifer lingers, unnoticed, her presence a quiet test. She recalls her first store, a cramped space where she polished every gem herself. Every piece tells a story. She'd tell customers, her warmth drawing them close. Now, her empire spans states. Yet her heart remains tethered to that first dream. Chicago, with its vibrant pulse, mirrors her spirit, diverse, resilient, unyielding. She touches her pendant, its copper warm from her skin. It's more than jewelry, it's a vow to honor her mother's sacrifice. "This is for you," she whispers, her eyes tracing the store's elegance, but whispers ripple through the staff. "Who's she?" a clerk murmurs, eyeing her modest attire. Their glances, sharp as shards, hinted judgment lurking beneath the polish. Jennifer senses it, her heart tightening. She's faced such looks before, barriers woven from prejudice, subtle yet stifling. The store pulses with life, its jazz notes weaving through conversations. A celebrity browses nearby, her laughter echoing. Jennifer smiles, proud her designs grace such lives. Yet, her mission transcends fame. "Beauty belongs to all," she once told her team, her voice a clarion call for inclusivity. Today, she tests that vow. Will her store welcome her, a woman in jeans, as warmly as the elite? The misaligned case nags at her, a metaphor for missteps in values. Order reflects intent, she muses, her fingers brushing the pendant. Her mother's words echo, "Stand tall, Jennifer. Your light is enough." As she moves deeper into the store, a shadow falls. The staff's whispers grow louder, their eyes colder. A storm brews, unseen but palpable, threatening the sanctuary she built. Before diving into the story, please clearly state your city or country of residence in the comments section. Your feedback is the driving force for our development. Best wishes from Asia. As Jennifer Roberts stands in the radiant glow of her flagship store, a whisper of judgment ripples through the air, a subtle shift that pulls her from her reverie. The jazz notes fade, replaced by a tension as sharp as a diamond's edge. Victoria Langley, the store manager, emerges from behind a gleaming counter, her silk blouse pristine, her heels clicking with authority. Her Boston-bred refinement is a polished mask, but beneath it lies a heart that guards prestige like a fortress. "Good morning," Victoria says, her voice smooth yet laced with frost, her eyes scanning Jennifer's jeans and copper pendant with a flicker of disdain. "Are you seeking something particular?" The question, draped in civility, carries a sting, as if Jennifer's presence is an intrusion in this sanctuary of wealth. Victoria's world is one of exclusivity, where only the elite deserve her attention. To her, Jennifer's simplicity is a mismatch, a note out of tune in her carefully curated symphony. "I'd like to see the Starlight Serenity collection," Jennifer replies, her tone calm, her pendant catching the light like a quiet vow. Victoria's smile tightens, a crack in her composure. "That line," she says, pausing for effect, "is reserved for clients with substantial means. May I inquire your purpose?" The words are a velvet glove over a steel fist, probing, dismissing. Jennifer's heart stirs, a familiar ache from years of facing such barriers. "My purpose," she says evenly, "is to appreciate fine craftsmanship." Her knowledge shines as she notes, the sapphire's cut could amplify their fire with a slight adjustment. Victoria's eyes narrow, her control shaken by this unexpected expertise. The store hums, patrons gliding past, their wealth evident in tailored coats and sparkling watches. Victoria's gaze lingers on Jennifer, her suspicion a silent accusation. These pieces demand a certain commitment. She insists, her voice a polished blade, slicing at Jennifer's dignity. Jennifer stands firm, her pendant a beacon of her mother's strength. "Show me the collection," she says, her words steady, unyielding. Victoria hesitates, then unlocks the display case with deliberate slowness, as if guarding a treasure from an unworthy hand. Jennifer leans in, her fingers brushing the velvet tray, her voice soft but sure. "The clarity here is remarkable, but the setting could enhance the stone's brilliance." Victoria's lips purse, her fortress of prestige trembling under Jennifer's quiet authority. A chime breaks the tension, the store's doors parting to admit the Hendersons. A couple draped in elegance, their air of old money unmistakable. Victoria's demeanor transforms, her frost melting into warmth as radiant as the jewels. "Mr. and Mrs. Henderson, what a delight," she exudes, her voice lilting, her smile genuine. She glides toward them, offering flattery and promises of bespoke service, leaving Jennifer by the open case, a shadow in her own empire. The contrast cuts deep, a wound to Jennifer's pride. She built this haven for all, yet Victoria's bias weaves a barrier. Subtle, but suffocating. The pendant warms against her skin, a reminder of her vow to stand tall. Maya Torres, a young sales associate, watches from the counter, her eyes flickering with concern. She steps toward Jennifer, her voice gentle. "Can I assist you, ma'am?" But Victoria's sharp command cuts through. "Maya, the back room needs organizing." Now, the order is a whip, snapping Maya back, her compassion stifled. Jennifer nods softly, her composure a shield. "It's all right," she whispers, but her heart simmers. Victoria's fortress stands firm, but cracks are forming. Unseen, yet inevitable. The Hendersons laugh, their voices echoing, while Jennifer waits, her presence a quiet challenge to the prejudice, cloaked in polish. Pause, dear listeners. Have you savored a meal today? Nourish your body with care and drink your 2 liters of water to keep your spirit bright. The storm gathers in this tale, and Jennifer's resolve will soon ignite. For now, the air grows heavy, the whispers sharper, as Victoria's bias casts a shadow over the store's gleaming heart. The air in Radiant Jewels' flagship store thickens, heavy with the shadow of Victoria's bias. As Jennifer Roberts stands by the open display case, her copper pendant a silent anchor. The warmth of her resolve cools under the weight of exclusion, a wound deepening with each passing moment. Victoria Langley, now a beacon of charm for the Hendersons, weaves tales of gemstone legacy. Her voice a melody of flattery. These emeralds, she purrs, offering caviar on a silver tray, were crafted for moments of grandeur. The Hendersons nod, their laughter a soft chime, while Jennifer, the architect of this empire, fades into invisibility. She is a ghost in her own realm, her presence erased by Victoria's selective gaze. The jazz notes, once soulful, now mock her solitude, each chord a reminder of the haven she built for all. Jennifer's heart aches, not for herself alone, but for the betrayal of her vision. She envisioned a sanctuary where every soul sparkled, yet here she stands, sidelined in favor of wealth's glitter. Her pendant, warm against her chest, whispers her mother's words. Your light is enough. But the light dims as Victoria's warmth envelops the Hendersons, her gestures grand, her attention a spotlight that leaves Jennifer in shadow. This is my store, Jennifer murmurs, her voice barely audible, a vow to reclaim her place. The display case before her gleams, its sapphires untouched, as if mirroring her isolation. For 25 minutes, she waits, her composure a tapestry woven from years of facing such slights. Each minute is a needle, piercing her pride. Yet she stands tall, her dignity unyielding. Across the store, Maya Torres, the sales associate, watches with a tightening chest. Her eyes, bright with empathy, meet Jennifer's, a silent plea to bridge the divide. She steps forward, her voice soft as a breeze. Ma'am, may I show you the collection? Her kindness is a flicker of hope, a crack in the fortress of exclusion. But Victoria's command slices through, sharp and unyielding. Maya, the stockroom awaits. Go. The words are a lash, banishing Maya's warmth. Jennifer offers a gentle nod, her voice a whisper. It's all right, dear. But it isn't. The sting of being dismissed in her own domain burns, a fire kindling beneath her calm exterior. Maya retreats, her shoulders heavy, her glance back a promise of solidarity. Ethan Hayes, the assistant manager, stands near a display, his brow furrowed. He senses the wrongness, the air thick with unspoken prejudice. His Midwestern roots, grounded in fairness, clash with Victoria's gatekeeping. Beside him, Lucas Reed, the security guard, shifts uneasily, his gaze flicking between Jennifer and the Hendersons. Their silent exchange speaks volumes, a shared discomfort at the injustice unfolding. The store pulses with life patrons browsing, jewels sparkling but for Jennifer. It's a stage of solitude. Victoria's tactics are masterful, her prioritization a velvet curtain drawn to exclude. Exclusivity, she once called it, but Jennifer knows it for what it is. A wall of bias, built brick by subtle brick. The Hendersons sip champagne, their approving smiles a stark contrast to Jennifer's isolation. Victoria narrates the diamond's origins, her voice a song of privilege, while Jennifer's fingers brush her pendant, grounding her in her mother's strength. You built this, she tells herself, her resolve a quiet flame. The pain of exclusion is not new, but its weight in this sacred space cuts deeper. She recalls her first store, where every customer was a guest, their worth measured in smiles, not wealth. Now her empire's heart falters under Victoria's cold rule. The jazz notes swell, a crescendo mirroring her rising anger. This is no mere oversight. It's a betrayal of her dream. As the Hendersons marvel at a necklace, Victoria's glance at Jennifer sharpens, a challenge cloaked in civility. The air hums with anticipation, a storm gathering in the silence. Jennifer's eyes, steady and piercing, meet Victoria's, her pendant a beacon of defiance. The fortress of prejudice looms, but its foundations tremble. The whispers of staff grow hushed, the patron's chatter softens, as if sensing the tide about to turn. The whispers in Radiant Jewel's flagship store hush, as if the very air holds its breath, sensing the storm brewing beneath Jennifer Roberts' steady gaze. Victoria Langley's glance, sharp as a polished gem, challenges Jennifer, her fortress of prejudice looming tall. But the ground shifts, the tension crackling like embers ready to blaze. Victoria steps closer, her voice deceptively smooth, a velvet trap. Before we proceed, I'll need verification of your financial capacity. The demand, draped in policy, is a gauntlet thrown, its weight heavier for the Hendersons' exemption. Jennifer's heart pounds, her copper pendant a warm pulse against her chest. This is no mere request, it's a wall, built to bar her from her own creation. Jennifer's eyes narrow, her voice a quiet blade. Is this standard for all patrons? She glances toward the Hendersons sipping champagne, untouched by such scrutiny. Victoria falters, her composure a fracturing veneer. For the Starlight Serenity Collection, yes, she replies, her tone edging toward defense. To ensure a fitting match, the lie hangs heavy, exposed by the ease of the Hendersons' treatment. The store's jazz notes fade, replaced by a pulse of anticipation. Patrons pause, their murmurs softening, phones discreetly raised to capture the unfolding drama. Jennifer stands taller, her pendant gleaming like a beacon. Your policy, she says, each word deliberate, seems selective. The accusation lands, a spark in the gathering storm. Victoria's smile tightens, her authority challenged. She signals Lucas Reed, the security guard, with a subtle nod. Lucas approaches, his posture torn between duty and doubt. "Ma'am," he says, voice low, "if you can't comply, I'll need to ask you to leave." The words sting, a betrayal in the heart of Jennifer's empire. But her resolve is iron, forged in years of overcoming such slights. "I am not leaving," she declares, her voice ringing with clarity. "I am the CEO of Radiant Jewel. I am owed respect." The revelation crashes like thunder, silencing the store. Victoria's eyes widen, her fortress crumbling, her breath catching in shock. The Hendersons pause, glasses lowered, as the truth ripples through the crowd. Maya Torres, the sales associate, gasps softly, her eyes bright with realization. Ethan Hayes, the assistant manager, steps closer, his nod a silent pledge of support. Lucas hesitates, his stance softening, respect dawning in his gaze. Jennifer's words, I am, echo in her mind, a mantra of defiance. Her pendant, a spark of her mother's strength, anchors her as she faces Victoria's unraveling composure. "This is my empire," Jennifer says, her voice a steady flame. "Built on dignity, not division." Victoria stammers, too was protecting the brand. But her excuse falters, exposed as prejudice cloaked in policy. The store hums with tension, phones recording, the moment a spark ready to ignite a reckoning. Jennifer reaches for her phone, her fingers steady despite the fire in her chest. She dials the board of directors, her voice crisp, commanding, "Convene immediately. We have a crisis." The call connects, her authority a tide turning the room. Victoria's face pales, her fortress reduced to rubble. Ethan clears his throat, his voice diplomatic. "Let's resolve this calmly," he urges, but Victoria snaps, "Ethan, stay out of this." Her desperation is a crack in her polished mask. Maya edges closer, her presence a quiet defiance, but Victoria's glare redirects her. "Maya, backroom now." The command is hollow, its power waning. Jennifer's eyes meet Maya's, a flicker of gratitude passing between them. The store transforms, no longer a haven of luxury, but a stage for justice. Jennifer lowers her phone, her gaze sweeping the crowd, her pendant a lighthouse in the storm. "This ends now," she says, her voice a vow. The board's voices crackle through the call, their concern a rising tide. Patrons watch, some nodding, others filming, as the weight of Jennifer's truth reshapes the air. Victoria stands frozen, her authority stripped, as Jennifer's defiance ignites a fire that will not be quenched. Hey, dear listeners, take a moment. Are you getting enough rest? 7 hours of sleep fuels your strength. Just like Jennifer's resolve, the tide turns and justice looms. But the battle is far from over. The spark of Jennifer Roberts' defiance blazes into a wildfire. Her words, "This ends now," a clarion call that reverberates through Radiant Jewels' flagship store. The air crackles with the weight of her truth, her copper pendant a radiant ember against her chest. Victoria Langley stands frozen, her once impenetrable fortress of prejudice reduced to dust. Jennifer's phone, still pressed to her ear, carries the board of directors' voices, their urgency a rising tide. "We're here, Jennifer," a board member says, their tone grave. "What's unfolding?" Jennifer's voice, steady as granite, commands the moment. "A betrayal of our values. Discrimination festers here, and it must be uprooted." The store, once a haven of elegance, transforms into a crucible of justice, its jazz notes silenced by the pulse of reckoning. Victoria's eyes dart, her polished mask shattered. Her lips tremble as she stammers, "I was safeguarding our prestige." But the excuse crumbles, as frail as ash in the wind. Jennifer steps forward, her presence a lighthouse in the storm. Prestige built on exclusion, she says, her voice a blade of truth, is no prestige at all. You've betrayed every soul this store was meant to welcome. The Hendersons, their champagne forgotten, watch in stunned silence, their privilege no shield against the unfolding drama. Patrons' phones glow, recording every word, every gesture, as the moment ripples beyond the store's walls. The crowd holds its breath, sensing the fall of a titan. Victoria's shoulders sag, her authority stripped, her fortress now a ruin. The board's voices surge through the call, resolute. "Victoria Langley, your actions violate Radiant Jewels' core principles," a director declares. "Your employment is terminated, effective immediately." The verdict lands like a gavel, final, unyielding. Gasps ripple through the store, a chorus of shock and approval. Victoria's face drains of color, her hands trembling as she clutches the counter. "This can't be," she whispers. But the truth is merciless. Jennifer's gaze, unwavering, holds no malice, only justice. "Your choices brought this," she says softly, her pendant glinting like a star. "Dignity is our currency, and you've squandered it." The words pierce, a quiet condemnation that echoes in the silence. But the reckoning deepens. The board, spurred by Jennifer's resolve, initiates legal proceedings against Victoria under Illinois anti-discrimination laws. Charges of workplace harassment and civil rights violations loom, carrying the weight of fines, mandatory training, or graver penalties. "No one," Jennifer says, her voice rising, "stands above fairness." The store hums with the gravity of her words, patrons nodding, some filming with fervor, their videos a spark that will ignite social media. The jazz notes, now faintly audible, carry a mournful undertone, as if grieving the breach of the store's soul. Victoria gathers her belongings, her silk blouse creased, her heels clicking hollowly as she moves toward the exit. The crowd parts, their eyes a mix of pity and resolve, witnessing the fall of prejudice personified. Ethan Hayes, the assistant manager, steps forward, his Midwestern steadiness a balm to the chaos. "We'll restore order," he says, his voice firm, his glance at Jennifer one of quiet allegiance. Maya Torres, the sales associate, stands near the display case, her eyes glistening with relief, her earlier courage validated. Lucas Reed, the security guard, positions himself at Jennifer's side, his posture a silent vow to uphold her vision. Together, they form a triad of integrity, their unity a foundation for renewal. "This store," Jennifer says, addressing the crowd, "was built to shine for all. Today, we reclaim that light." Her words, a tapestry of hope, weave through the room, mending the fractures left by Victoria's bias. The patrons, once mere observers, become witnesses to a turning point. A woman in a tailored coat nods, her phone lowered, her expression thoughtful. "This is right," she murmurs, her voice joining others in a soft hum of agreement. The Hendersons, chastened, set down their glasses, their earlier ease replaced by introspection. Jennifer touches her pendant, her mother's strength a current through her veins. "We rise by lifting others," she says, her voice a beacon. The store, though shaken, begins to pulse anew, its elegance now infused with purpose. The display case, its sapphires gleaming, stands as a testament to the order Jennifer seeks to restore. As Victoria's silhouette fades beyond the glass doors, a hush falls, the weight of justice settling like dawn after a storm. Jennifer's eyes sweep the store, her heart both heavy and hopeful. The board's call ends, their commitment to action a promise etched in time. The videos, now spreading online, carry Jennifer's stand to the world, a clarion call against injustice. The store, her sanctuary, breathes again, its light sharper, its mission clearer. The fire of defiance has burned away the shadows, leaving a path for renewal. The storm of justice settles, leaving Radiant Jewels' flagship store bathed in a renewed light, as if the very walls exhale with relief. Jennifer Roberts stands at the heart of her empire, her copper pendant a quiet flame, guiding the path forward. The weight of Victoria's departure lingers, but a dawn of restoration breaks, its promise woven in the unity of those who remain. Jennifer's gaze softens, her heart swelling with resolve to rebuild, to ensure her sanctuary shines for all. The jazz notes, once mournful, now rise in a gentle crescendo, a melody of hope that mirrors the store's awakening. Jennifer turns to Ethan Hayes, his steady presence a cornerstone. "Ethan," she says, her voice warm, authoritative, "you've shown courage and fairness. You are now store manager." Ethan's eyes widen, gratitude flickering in his nod. "I won't let you down," he vows, his Midwestern resolve a pillar for the future. Jennifer's attention shifts to Maya Torres, whose quiet defiance sparked light in the darkness. "Maya," she continues, "your heart reflects our mission. You are assistant manager." Maya's breath catches, tears glistening as she murmurs, "Thank you." Their promotions, a tapestry of trust, mend the fractures left by prejudice, each thread a promise of dignity. With deliberate care, Jennifer approaches a display case, its sapphires gleaming but slightly askew. Her fingers adjust it, aligning each edge until it stands flawless, a symbol of order restored. "A single misalignment," she says softly, "dims the whole." The act, small yet profound, mirrors her vision. Every detail matters. Every soul belongs. The crowd watches, their earlier tension replaced by awe. A patron, her coat tailored, whispers, "This is leadership." Jennifer's pendant glows, her mother's strength a current through her veins. "This store," she declares, her voice a beacon, "is a haven for all. Dignity is our foundation, and we will not waver." Addressing the gathered patrons and staff, Jennifer's words weave a vision reborn. "Today, we faced a shadow," she says, pausing. "But shadows flee before light. Radiant Jewel exists to uplift, to celebrate every story, every dream." Her hand brushes her pendant, its copper a heartbeat of her past. "My mother taught me that true beauty lies in character, in standing tall. This," she says, lifting the pendant, "is her legacy and ours." The crowd murmurs, some nodding, their faces alight with understanding. The Hendersons, humbled, listen intently, their earlier privilege reframed by Jennifer's grace. The store pulses anew, its elegance now infused with purpose. Ethan directs staff with quiet confidence, his leadership a seed taking root. Maya adjusts a display, her smile radiant, her role a testament to compassion's power. Lucas Reed, ever vigilant, stands as a guardian of this renewed vision. Jennifer's eyes trace the store, her heart full. "We are more than jewels," she says, her voice rising. "We are a promise kept." The jazz notes soar, a harmony of renewal. As patrons resume browsing, their steps lighter, their whispers hopeful. Dear listener, pause a moment. Have you moved today? A simple walk, 20 minutes, lifts both body and spirit, much like Jennifer's stand lifts us now. Her vision takes root, but its ripples are only beginning. The renewed pulse of Radiant Jewels' flagship store hums with purpose, its light sharpened by Jennifer Roberts' unwavering stand. As the jazz notes weave a melody of hope, the ripples of her action stretch beyond the gleaming display cases, touching hearts far beyond the store's walls. Jennifer's copper pendant, a quiet ember, rests against her chest, its warmth a reminder of her mother's enduring wisdom. The store, now a beacon of dignity, stands ready to spark a movement, redefining success not as wealth amassed but as lives uplifted, injustices challenged, and fairness forged. Jennifer steps forward, her gaze sweeping the crowd of patrons and staff, their faces alight with admiration. Today, she says, her voice a steady current, we've reclaimed our purpose. Radiant Jewel is not just a store, it's a promise to honor every soul, to shatter barriers. Her words resonate, a lighthouse guiding the lost to shore. Patrons, once mere observers, now nod, their phones lowered, their hearts stirred. A woman in a tailored coat murmurs, "This is what matters." The Hendersons, their earlier ease softened, exchange glances, their perspective reshaped by Jennifer's grace. The store breathes anew, its elegance a canvas for equality. Beyond the glass doors, the world takes notice. Patrons' videos, shared in a digital heartbeat, flood social media. Jennifer's stand a spark igniting a firestorm of praise. A CEO who fights for fairness, one post declares, it's like soaring. Radiant Jewels' name trends, not for its jewels, but for its justice. The company responds swiftly, launching inclusivity training across its 50 stores, embedding dignity into its core. We learn, we grow, Jennifer tells a reporter, her pendant glinting as cameras flash. Legal proceedings against Victoria Langley press forward, a signal under Illinois law that prejudice bears a cost: fines, training, accountability. The message is clear. No one stands above fairness. Jennifer fields questions from patrons, her voice warm, transparent. How will you ensure this never happens again? A man asks, his tone earnest. By listening, she replies. By training, by holding ourselves to the light. Her commitment, a river carving a new path, reassures the crowd. Ethan Hayes, now store manager, oversees staff with quiet strength, his leadership a testament to trust earned. Maya Torres, assistant manager, greets a new customer, her smile a bridge to belonging. Lucas Reed stands vigilant, his presence a shield for the store's renewed soul. Together, they embody Jennifer's vision, a tapestry of unity woven from courage. Jennifer touches her pendant, her mother's words echoing. Your light is enough. She reflects, her heart full. Success, she says softly, is not the crown you wear, but the hands you lift, the wrongs you right. The crowd falls silent, her wisdom a balm. A patron wipes a tear, another nods. Their shared resolve a quiet vow. The store, a lighthouse in a storm, shines brighter, its jewels now symbols of justice. Social media buzzes, voices from across the nation joining the chorus. This is leadership. A tweet reads, its words echoing Jennifer's truth. As the day closes, Jennifer lingers by the aligned display case, its sapphires gleaming under perfect light. Her pendant, a heartbeat of home, anchors her. The movement born here, she knows, will grow, its ripples reshaping hearts and horizons. We rise together, she murmurs, her voice a prayer for a world where dignity reigns. The store, her sanctuary, stands as a testament to success redefined not in wealth, but in the courage to stand, the grace to heal, and the will to welcome all. The movement born within Radiant Jewels' flagship store pulses outward, a beacon of dignity that lights the path for countless others. Jennifer Roberts stands by the perfectly aligned display case, its sapphires shimmering under pristine light, a quiet testament to the order she's restored. Her copper pendant rests warm against her heart, a river of resilience flowing through her, carrying her mother's strength into this moment of renewal. The store hums with a gentle energy, its jazz notes a soft hymn of hope. Patrons and staff, once divided by tension, now unite in shared purpose. Their faces radiant with inspiration, Jennifer's stand, a spark that ignited justice, has woven a tapestry of belonging, its threads reaching far beyond these walls. Her gaze sweeps the store, her heart both heavy and hopeful. "This," she murmurs, touching her pendant, "is what we fight for." The crowd, silent, absorbs her words, their nods, a quiet vow to carry this truth forward. Ethan Hayes, now manager, directs staff with steady grace, his leadership a seed of change. Maya Torres, assistant manager, greets a new customer, her smile a bridge to inclusivity. Lucas Reed stands vigilant, his presence a guardian of this reborn vision. The store, no longer just a place of jewels, is a lighthouse, its light piercing the shadows of prejudice. Jennifer's voice, soft yet resolute, rises one final time. "We are defined by the dignity we show, the hands we lift, the justice we seek." Dear listeners, let this story settle in your hearts. Stand against bias, as Jennifer did, with courage unwavering. Value character over wealth, her pendant a reminder that true worth shines within. Lead with purpose, uplifting others as Ethan and Maya now do, building spaces where all belong. Demand accountability, as Victoria's fall proves, to forge a fairer world. These lessons, like rivers, flow through us, shaping our choices, our futures. Jennifer's empire, built on resilience, stands as a call to action. Be the light that dismantles division. Now, take this challenge. Where have you seen judgment? Speak out. Support businesses that champion fairness, and share Jennifer's story to kindle change. Visit Radiant Jewels' website, join their mission for inclusivity, and let dignity be your guide. Your voice, your actions, can reshape the world. As Jennifer touches her pendant, the store glows, a sanctuary reborn. She smiles, the jazz notes soaring, her mother's words a whisper in her soul. Your light is enough. This is her legacy. And ours a world where every heart finds its place, every dream its home.